Merry Christmas, everyone. Last year I did a video that was in this vein where I showed off the stuff I'd received from family and whatnot, and I thought it was a brilliant way to spread a bit of festive cheer, so we're gonna do it again. If I sound really tired throughout this video, it's because I have been incredibly busy these last few weeks, and I'm on the verge of a burnout. So that's fun. I should also mention I'm in a little bit of a weird nook. You can see an old Pokemon thing I made. Oh, maybe when I was 15, so probably nearly 8 years, 7 years ago. Oh God, I'm old. But I thought I'd go over the stuff. As I said, there's not as much. Last year was a big old celebration. This year's just a lot quieter. We're going to start with the wooden railway, because there'll be a bit of context going in. So the first of the items I'll show off is the Sodor tire and fuel tankers. So these are old dates. There's you can't really tell, but there's a clickety clack track print underneath. So I'm assuming 2000, 2001. I actually have a fair few of these. Well, I don't actually have any tar tankers. I've got several fuel tankers. Because Truck of Tar, Jack, my brother, has all the tar wagons, so it's nice to finally have one. I will always say these are definitely some of my personal favourite bits of rolling stock. They're just so clean and crisp. And getting some new in the box is just a really good feeling. So we'll put those in that corner. To follow along with this, we have the barrel truck. This one is 2001 or 2002, I believe. I cannot tell even by checking the wheels. I'm crazy. But because I've actually quite badly needed one of these for a fair while. I need a lot of the barrels because I've got the barrel loader. It's always good to get another one of the trucks. This one's in very good condition. So yeah, it's the same like packaging style as the one back there. So that's all good. And of course, we do need an engine to pull these. So to cap off the wooden railway stuff, we've got Thomas. Thomas is obviously like everyone has Thomas. I've got several, but this is going to be kind of, I guess, the new one, the main one I use. Because the current Thomas I have, I plan on using for a project that, if you look at my DeviantArt, well, I'll move away from the Pokemon thing. From DeviantArt, you could probably figure it out, but he's got no name. I'm honestly really hyped to get another Thomas. He was before Douglas my favorite character from the series. And overall, I just really enjoy him. Thomas is certainly a favorite of mine to ride. So expect to see some more of this little guy. He's not that little. He's very nice. So that's all the wooden railway stuff. Now we're going to tackle something else, because I want to say maybe mid this year, kind of. I want to even maybe as early as April. I started getting really into the Ertl Thomas range, because I had quite a few from my childhood, but I started collecting them again, and ended up getting a relatively good sized collection. But we've got a few things here that I think help round it up a little bit. So we'll start with the most, I guess, dire, and the packaging which is in the worst shape. It is the Sodor oil tankers, or the fuel tankers. It's my brand. I have 3 of these, not including these, so I have 5, because I got some of these years ago in the box as well. I can probably dig them out. I got like Coldy, Godred, the fuel tankers, like a bunch of other things. And I they're some of my favorite bits of Ertl rolling stock. You can see the back of the box. But they're some of my favorite bits of Ertl rolling stock. Yep, I got there in the end. It's definitely the bias because I'm truck of fuel, not truck of stupid people. Although that could make up everyone who watches Chocolate Rob. I'm so funny. So we'll leave that there. Next up, we'll talk about another something I don't actually really have. Actually, no, I won't spoil anything. I'm rambling. I'm insane, if you couldn't tell. Because the next thing we'll talk about is the Chinese dragon. I've had several opportunities to pick this up in the past, but I just haven't. I have the well wagon from Trevor, the Save from Scrap one, but I feel like the wheels are a bit closer on this one. I could be wrong, but this one I think is all plastic. If I turn it around, it's got the kids biz thing at the back. The fun fact about the Chinese dragon. New year and new moon. But honestly, yeah, it's a super fun item. It may have only appeared in the show once, but Thomas Percy and the Dragon was one of my favourites as a kid. So, and the Wooden Railway one was always such a highlight. So, good to get that. Next up, we will do something different and talk about a weirder item. It is the Sodor Taxi. This is also one I had as a kid. On the back of the box. I feel like it may have even been one of my first childhood Ertls. Holding this with one hand is crazy, but I don't know what happened. It's really nice to get one of these again. The Ertl excelled with the road stuff, so I think it's just really fun that we get another just cool road piece. Possibly next year I'll do an Ertl collection, like Jack's old metal train thing that he made up. We'll tackle this next. This is weirdly one of, if not my favourite thing that I got. It is the Troublesome Truck and Scruffy, or just Scruffy. I have been really needing Scruffy in particular for so long. I mean, the Troublesome Truck, it means I have, I think, about 6 of them, which is cool. But I've been needing Scruffy for the longest time. I've not been able to find him. I thought he'd be super easy to find because he's just a plastic model, but no. He's very hard to find. There's the back, of course, the kids biz thing cuts it out. I've always really liked Scruffy as like a character. I think his stuff in each of his appearances were always super fire. So, yeah. Scruffy's a cool dude. We've got 2 things next. The second last is the windmill accessory set. Now, I've actually never seen this before, like, in person. Like, I knew vaguely of its existence, but because, like, the windmill was kind of the same time period as the quarry loading pack, and it was definitely overshadowed because of it. And it's just a really nice piece. You know, you get the windmill and bits of track. I don't have Ertl track, so this is nifty to get. I have a potential idea for a little stupid video in the future that this could be useful for. So that is fun, and of course, If you've noticed, there aren't any engines. That obviously means that there has to be someone who needs to take this hypothetical train, and who better than Thomas again? I already have a Thomas. I think that should be stated, but I I just really like the Ertl Thomas. I don't think I ever got any of the Magic Railway packaging. It's just kind of like the taxi box. But Thomas, he just looks so cool. My Thomas is like a little bit roughed up, but it's just really nice to have. I can use the other Thomas I've got for some sort of custom project. Probably the same thing that I'll do with that, if I do decide to make it. But yeah, honestly, I'm just really happy to have another Thomas. So I'll briefly touch on the plan for this. I've got a weird little silly idea, which I've heard people talk about before, but I don't think anyone's done this, which is specifically making I think it's ASMR, I think's the term, channel, just purely about opening Thomas merch. And, there are 9 things here, so it's a very good start. And obviously, I collect Thomas stuff, so it's just kind of a nifty bonus. I just think it might be fun. It's just a silly idea. I guess these videos were, in a sense, just throwing things around, seeing if they would stick. If I just turn around... No, never mind. I was gonna show off some of the Ertl stuff, but I can only really reach into the bag. There's proof his duck. He's not really good proof, but ducks were on my... Before I took a break in collecting, duck was one of my more recent acquisitions. So it's good to get this Great Western method. So yeah, that will probably do it for this video. Stay tuned. At the start of the following year, I will have a update video, and I will might even make a... Did I say update video? I meant a community post update, but I might make a video out of it, just talking about the plans going forward. I guess kind of what my main goal is for 2025. But overall, I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas. I think, Christmas is the time for giving and the time for just being with those you love. And even if you don't have the best relationship with your family, at least there are people out there that do care for you. And I think sometimes it can be a little bit tricky for some people, but those people, we just have got to help. As you can tell, I'm very tired. I'm not someone who naps, but I bloody well might at this point. Alright. Stay useful, gang. I'll see you all in the next video, whenever I decide that will be.